Have you ever stepped on the scale and felt your entire day changed because of one number? You wake up feeling good, you've been training, eating better, actually feeling stronger. Then you see you're up a kilo. Suddenly you're questioning everything. But here's the part that nobody's told you. That number on the scale, it's lying to you. Not because the scale is broken, but because your weight tells you almost nothing about your actual health. In this video, I'm going to show you why the scale is one of the worst tools to judge your progress, especially as a woman whose body is changing across your cycle, across pregnancy, perimenopause, all of it. We'll break it down. Why your weight can jump 2 to 5 pounds in a day with zero fat gain. Why two women at the same weight can have completely different health, and what to track so you actually feel in control of your progress. Because your health, your strength, your confidence, none of that lives in a single number on the bathroom floor. If you're tired of letting the scale decide whether you're good or bad today, stick around. By the end, you'll have a new set of metrics that will actually reflect your health and a simple plan to start using them. And if you want the checklist of these new metrics plus how to track them, I've put a free guide called Stronger Than the Scale. I'll tell you how to grab that near the end of the video. Fluctuations. So your body weight can swing 1 to 2 kilos in a day with zero fat gain. And the reason this can happen, it can be influenced by things such as food in your gut, water you've drank, sodium, bowel movements, and especially ladies in the menstrual cycle, the estrogen plus water can make you hold more water retention, and especially in that luteal phase. So commonly it's 1 to 2 kilos in the luteal phase pre-period that you can just hold. But reassure that it's not fat, it's your body just being hormonally normal. Hydration plus salt makes the body hold more water. A higher salt meal, short-term water retention. Example, someone like pizza, night up on the scale the next morning, nothing's broken, it's just fluid. The scale is just measuring everything inside you in that moment, not just body fat. So you didn't fail. It's physics and physiology just doing what they're meant to do. And remember, the scale is a snapshot of your relationship with gravity, not a report card on your health. So two women. Women A has more muscle, less fat, strong, good markers. Women B, less muscle, more fat, and struggling with markers. Both have the same weight, totally different reality. So muscle versus fat. Muscle was more denser than fat, and looks smaller at the same time. So what can we do? Strength training can keep the scale stable or higher while improving your shape. Clothes will fit better, you'll feel stronger, but the scale says no progress. That's the trap. So body comp over scales. This is why body fat percentage, muscle mass, waist measurements are better indicators of your body recomposition and your health. When you gain muscle, lose fat, the scale can still stay the same while your health is massively improved. There's so many times I've seen clients gain 1 to 2 kg but drop centimeters and feel amazing. I had a client once, we'll call them client A. So they were training hard, they wanted to drop body fat, and the scale just wasn't moving for them. They were stuck at 70 kilos. They were like, what is going on? But then they were taking progress pictures and it told them a completely different story. Because they were fixated on the scale, they wasn't paying attention to what was actually happening, and then they saw the visuals for themselves where they stayed at 70 kg. We actually increased it to 72 kilos, but they were slimmer. Their clothes felt a lot better on them, they felt more energized, they felt stronger. So their muscle mass, lean muscle mass had gone up, and body fat percentage has gone down, and the overall body fat mass had dropped. The scale can tell you whatever it wants to tell you, but it's how you feel, how you look. That is where you're going to see the difference. So that number doesn't always tell the whole story. But here's what I care about as a coach far more than weight. Visual fat, subcutaneous fat versus visual fat. So subcutaneous fat is the pinchable under your skin, so you can pinch it under the skin. The visual fat is fat around the organ. So the higher that is, the more risk you are of having health diseases. So you could be a normal weight with high visual fat or heavier with low visual fat and good health. The waist circumference is a better quick check than the scale alone. So cardiorespiratory fitness. Can you climb stairs? Can you chase a bus? Can you play with your kids without feeling wrecked? Like a higher fitness level will lower the risk of heart disease and early death regardless of weight. Walking, cycling, swimming, brisk stair climbs, they all count. Strength and functional fitness. So the key functional questions that I always have is, can you carry your shopping, your toddler, your suitcase? Can you balance on one leg while you put on your trousers. As we know, strength training protects your joints and your bones. It reduces the risk of falling as you age, and it keeps you independent for your life. How do you feel across the day? How's your sleep quality, stress, your mood? Do you have brain fog? You could be lighter and feel awful, or be slightly higher on the scale and feel like a superhero. Which one sounds like more health? What I want for you is to reframe your health journey. Is we're going to shift from an outcome to a behavior. So with behaviors, we want to focus on, okay, I want to get my movement, which is my steps, my weekly strength sessions, my cardio, nutrition. I want to have more. You want to have more protein, have more plants, mostly whole foods, and then with your recovery, you're looking at your sleep, your stress tools, which like breath work, journaling, walks. Track what matters to you. And with your waist circumference, you can do that monthly. And we're looking at your strength work, we're looking at your PRs, how many reps you do, what weight you do in the key lifts. And you can be subjective with your energy out of 1 to 10, with your mood, with your sleep quality. These are amazing things to look at. If you're in your cycle, how's your cycle? Do you have less joint pain, lower breath and heart rate, improved blood pressure? Can you do things that you couldn't do 3 months ago? Like every time you choose to move, sleep, fuel, care for your body, you're winning. Even if this girl hasn't caught up yet. Success isn't, I lost 2 kgs this week. Success is, I showed up for myself this week. You want to work with your body and not against it. After hard training, you may retain some water while you repair. Encourage curiosity over judgment. Instead of, I'm a failure, ask what could be influencing this number on the scale. The number on the scale doesn't tell you how strong you are. Your health is in your habits, your strength, your energy, your ability to live the life you actually want. The scale is just one noisy, incomplete data point, and honestly, not even a very good one. If you're ready to step off the scale gel and actually track what matters, I put a free guide called Stronger Than the Scale. Inside, I break down the 8 metrics I use with clients instead of obsessing over the overweight, how to track them in under 5 minutes a week, how to read your results so you actually feel in control of your progress. You can grab it via the link in the description. When you download it, you'll also join my email list where I'll send you weekly breakdowns on women's health, training, and how to build a strong, confident body at every life stage. And if you're watching this thinking, I want someone to just tell me what to do for my body, there's a link down there to apply for coaching. We'll look at your training, your lifestyle, your cycle, and build a plan that isn't ruled by the scale. You're here to be a stronger human. I'll see you in the next one.